Luke, congratulations. What's the overwhelming feeling after that? Relief?
Yeah, really happy. A massive 3 points, I think, especially under the circumstances in the last sort of 20 minutes. It was very tough, but we showed character, we showed resilience, and to win this game in the end. To win this game in the end.
If within the fans as well as the players, how important is it to show within the fans as well as the players? How important is it to show the development of the team as well as playing well and scoring goals?
Yeah, of course, and I think we feed off that energy from the fans, and they've been amazing, and today the fans, and they've been amazing, and today tough times, especially with 10 men. We kind of felt like tough times, especially with 10 men. We kind of felt like, and like I say, we feed off that, and I think, like I said, we fight it to the end. We didn't want to lose these points, and I think that showed.
Yeah, and it continues their incredible run of form in all competitions at Old Trafford. It was nervy in the end, though, Michael, was it not?
Well, it was so comfortable, wasn't it? At one point, 2-0 up and playing fine, and then all of a sudden, red card, goal, and then it's backs to the wall for the last 15 minutes or so, and they were resilient. Palace will think that they could have manufactured 1 or 2 opportunities in that time, but on the whole, I think if Erik ten Hag and his men will be pleased with that one, because a lot went wrong in a short period of time, and all of a sudden they were under the cosh. But 3 big wrong in a short period of time, and all of a sudden they were under the cosh. But 3 big points.
Let's have a look at the story of the second half, Leon, and I suppose Marcus Rashford much in form.
Absolutely, but they weren't to know it at the time, Manchester United. But we spoke about the importance of them scoring the second goal, and they work it really well. Marcus Rashford had gone right through the middle at this point. Wout Weghorst had left the pitch, and he's just grown accustomed to playing in the middle, being in the width of the goal frame for anything that comes across like this, and he's in such form. He was always going to put that one away.
Yeah, very difficult finish. I mean, you can't really get it into that far corner unless you sweep it in with your left foot, and you can't really get it into that far corner unless you sweep it in with your left foot, and you can only guide it. You can't put any power on it with the inside of your foot like that. So he did the best he could. It went quite close to the goalkeeper, but
quite frayed here. It started with a challenge, a late one on Anthony. Clearly, both sets of players felt aggrieved, and at the bottom of the picture, you might get a glimpse of Casemiro's involvement. But this was the initial reaction that sparked it all off.
Gonna give the opposition a chance, because that was Crystal Palace weren't in the game. Is deemed to have red card offence. I understand he's got his hands on his throat, but in the speed of that, I actually think he's a bit unlucky. I don't think there's
Do you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You can't do that, Leon.
No, I understand, but if you see it from another angle, the speed of it, he's literally... It's happened so quick, he's trying to split people up. If you look, he's actually put his arm out. I know people will disagree with me on that one, but I think he's unlucky in that. But given the referee... I think he's unlucky in that, but... Given the referee an opportunity in those moments of the freeze frames, it looks a very uncomfortable last 12.
What a game that was. It had a bit of everything on an emotionally charged day here at Old Trafford. United have beaten Crystal Palace by 2-1, but boy, they were made to work for it. Here in the studio, Fraser Campbell. And Fraser, at half-time, we were 1-up, fairly comfortable, got that all-important second goal, and had the game by the scruff of the neck. But the sending off of Casemiro changed things. They get a goal back very quickly, and we were made to hang on.
Yeah, like we said, get another goal, calm the nerves. First half, we had all the possession, creating chances, but we felt like we needed another one to make it more sure, and we did that. But then 5 minutes after that, or however long it was after that, we go down to 10 men, which 20 minutes to go against another Premier League opposition, it's always going to be tough. And then they scored. So it was they've showed a lot of characters there tonight to dig deep when things are going against you. But the end result is 3 points. But we're going to miss Casemiro now.
Yeah, we will do. But 13 wins in a row here now at Old Trafford. That is an incredible record which we keep extending.
Yeah, it's becoming increasingly difficult to come here and get points off Man United. So it's another good, solid performance. There's things that would have preferred not to happen tonight, but they have. And it's good to see that here's becoming a real fortress, and teams are really struggling against us here.
Going through the main talking points of the game, then the penalty awarded for a handball by Will Hughes, and Bruno put the penalty away. Definitely a penalty for you?
I mean, it's a difficult one. He's not put his arm out to stop it. He's made a funny bit of a movement, but he has stopped the ball from going to the box, and I can see why it's being given. And I was grateful it was given, because 5 minutes into the game, 1-0 up, it settles the nerves, and you can progress from there. But he's unlucky to get that against him, Will Hughes. But that's how it goes, football. And
Bruno tucked away the penalty beautifully. So that was scored at half-time. In the second half, Marcus got his goal, continuing his brilliant form, and a great season. He's having 19 goals now. His best ever tally 22, so you expect him to surpass that this season. But again, a lovely goal. Luke Shaw with the assist. Marcus with a classic striker's finish.
Perfect finish, yeah. He's in the box, in the right place at the right time. He played the predominant in the first half on the left-hand side. Then he's played through the middle and got his goal. So it was one of them where he's great ball in, and he's just great connection and gets the goal. Yeah, perfect. A bit like his goal against City. It was the one that won that game. Now, then came the big fracas when all the players got involved, didn't they? You had to stop you from running down.
Yeah, we nearly all ran on there as that. But it all came about. Anthony, who had a very good game actually, was beating his man time and time again on that side. Now, there was a moment, wasn't there, where Anthony went on the outside of Mitchell, and they doubled up on him. I think Jeffrey Schlupp came back to help his full-back out, and then Anthony, after doing some great skill, tried to rainbow flick between the two of them. Nearly pulled it off. I don't think the Palace boys liked that.
No, you don't.
And then that opportunity they had to push him into the advertising boards, Jeffrey Schlupp took. That was what caused it all. I mean, what's your understanding of how that all developed?
That's exactly, you're right, that in football games, if you're getting beat 2-0 and then the opposition are starting to do tricks and flicks, it riles you up. So if you get an opportunity to leave it on someone, which Schlupp did, put him to the thing, and then it all kicked off from there, didn't it? Yeah, and exchanged. Casemiro grabbed Hughes by the throat. Unfortunately, the ref consulted VAR and sent the Brazilian off. He will miss the next 3 games: 2 against Leeds, 1 against Leicester City. But the main thing is United have won in what has been an emotionally charged day here at the Theatre of Dreams, as we remember those who sadly lost their lives 65 years ago in the Munich air disaster. With me here in the Old Trafford studio to look back on the match, former Academy goalkeeper Paul Woolston and former Academy graduate Fraser Campbell. Fraser, it's been one hell of a day here at Old Trafford, hasn't it? From pre-kick-off, when the tributes flowed as we remembered those who sadly passed away in 1958, to the events of the 90 minutes and the result itself. It's been just one hell of a day here for Manchester United in many different respects. Yeah, like you said, emotionally charged day. Remembrance of what's been on in the past, the history, the ups and downs of cruising 2-0 up, then having a man sent off, but I think overall it's been a good day. Get your points and move on to the next game. Yeah, it was a game in which United dominated, Paul, for long spells. You joined us for radio commentary for that one. But it became a lot more difficult once Casemiro saw red and Palace got their goal to get them back into the match.
Yeah, it was very similar to when we played them down their place. A decision goes against us and they seem to thrive on that. They seem to come into the game. It's always difficult with 10 men, but it shows a strength in character to weather the storm, to get through, to ultimately come off the pitch with the 3 points. A point, some people would have said, going down to 10 men the way Palace reacted would have been a good point, but to come off with the full 3 points is massive, pat on the back to the way the players responded and how the managers got the resilient side out of the players.